watching ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
We're expecting some messy commutes in the next couple of days, but for some, the worst part is just making it out of the driveway.
Right, but a new app may be able to help your morning be a little less stressful. ABC4's Northern Utah correspondent Kate Garner reports from Weber County on new technology clearing the way for clear driveways.
Maybe you wake up late and you don't have time to shovel your driveway. Maybe you have a bad back and you just physically can't do it. Well, there's now an app for that. It connects you to 150 local businesses that can all bid to clear your driveway for you. It's called GreenPal.
Has been described as the Uber for lawn care and Uber for snow removal.
Gene Caballero is the co-founder and says the app is now live and connecting people who live within a 20-mile radius of Salt Lake City to professional snow removers who also use the app.
We do have a vetting process for vendors. They have to be 18 years of age. They have to have professional grade equipment. They have to have a valid driver's license. They have to have a valid social security number. And they also have to have a valid bank account.
Caballero says 150 businesses use the app and have 5,000 customers in the valley.
So after every service, the vendor is reviewed by the homeowner.
He says this helps new customers decide which business is the right fit for them.
Any homeowner looking for snow removal can download the app or just jump on our website. They enter in the address of the property that they want serviced and the day that they want it done. That basically alerts all the pre-screened vendors in the area.
He explains that the businesses will use Google satellite images to get a better idea of how big the property is and use that along with the amount of snow to send the customer a quote or bid.
All the bids go directly to the homeowner for approval. The homeowner can then see the vendor's ratings, reviews, and price, and then decide who they want to work with based on that criteria.
Caballero says snow removal quotes are always free, even if the homeowner decides not to go with any of the companies that bid to clear their driveway. Reporting from Weber County, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.
Okay, thank you, Kate. So interesting. There are other snow removal apps available like Plows and Mows, Shoveler, and Snow Hub, just to name a few of them out there.
Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
Get my shovel ready, make a little extra money, huh?
I'm just thinking of getting that app ready so that we know which days we have some service. Alana.
Just call me.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I don't need the app. I'm going to call you, Glenn. I'm going to say, hey, I got a driveway for you.
Well, you're a little far away, Alana. I don't make calls to Bountiful.
Never far from your heart, Glenn. Watch your mouth. Happy President's Day, everybody.
You as well.
I hope you're having a good day. We've got mild conditions out there, but major changes on the way. We're taking that live look from Iron County, where the cloud cover is noticeable down there in Cedar City. And we know that temperatures, well, they're staying pretty mild. I'm going to get out of the way so you can look at the Cedar City Airport, which definitely shows off that cloud cover right now. We've watched that deck of clouds kind of move through the central portion of the state. 51 for the temperature in Cedar. We've got mild temperatures. We were flirting with 50 up there in Salt Lake. So along the Wasatch Front, pretty mild. As we get through the next several hours, we're going to stay in the 40s, dropping into the upper 30s by 9 p.m., but a fairly quiet overnight ahead of a big system that is going to impact us. This could be the most significant storm of the season. It's dropping in from the Pacific Northwest. Everything seems to be lining up, so heavy snow is on the way. Live look at Hiram. Pretty shot here. Snow on the mountains, snow in Cache Valley. This spot under that winter storm warning. It goes into effect the earliest up there in Cache Valley at 11 a.m. As we zoom in, this is where we kick things off. We definitely know heavy mountain snow and heavy valley snow is expected by 2 p.m. We watch the snow fill in over the northern mountains, and that's when we see our winter storm warning going into effect. Valley rain will change to snow, and at 5 p.m. the winter storm warning along the Wasatch Front kicks in, and that's when we expect some pretty sloppy travel. Later on, by 11 p.m., Millard and Juab counties will see their winter storm warning going into effect. And down south, it starts early Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. for the southern mountains, which you're seeing in purple. Winter weather advisories still picking up snow in those locations, but they're not going to see as much as where we have warnings in place. The winds will be the other big layer of this storm system. High wind warning that you're seeing in the southwest desert means gusts possible up to 70 miles per hour. That's blowing snow. That's not great for travel. Very dangerous conditions. That goes into effect at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Winter weather advisory towards Bluff and south of Moab goes into effect on Wednesday. So a lot when it comes to warnings and this winter storm. Increasing cloud cover this evening. It will be pretty quiet into tonight. Overnight, those clouds and the winds start to pick up. Here comes the valley rain and mountain snow, and it slides south through the afternoon hours. Here we are by 5 p.m. and we see that snow for the northern Wasatch Front and rain to the south of the cold front as it kind of moves through. It is going to stall for a period of time in Salt Lake and or Utah County. So where we see it stall, we will see higher snow totals in that area. Watch as it kind of slides in, wraparound moisture with plenty of snow for our Wednesday. So widespread, heavy accumulations, winter travel. You have to be ready. UDOT putting out their impact saying road snow, not just for places like Parley's and Sardine Summit. No, this is going to be for I-15 all the way down through Iron County, the eastern side of the state. Road snow, slush, visibility will be down with strong winds. If you don't have to travel tomorrow into Wednesday, don't, because really we're going to get a tremendous amount here. 6 to 12 inches for our northern valleys, and that includes the Wasatch Front. Look at the benches, 8 to 14, 10 to 20 in our mountain valleys. The backside of the Wasatch will exceed that in places like Liberty, Eden, Morgan, 2 to 3 feet. 1 to 3 feet possible in the northern mountains. Cottonwoods could get up to 40. Central and southern valleys, 5 to 10 inches. Cedar City, I'm looking at you. We've got the mountains picking up 1 to 2 feet. And St. George will see rain, wind, and that will eventually transition over to mixed precipitation and the chance of some snow. Coldest air on Thursday for the south. 30s and 40s along the Wasatch Front with those highs really peaking right after midnight, and then that cold air moves in. Temperatures in the 60s. St. George stays out of the mix for tomorrow and then changes early Wednesday morning. But with that cold air in place Thursday, there's the chance of just some straight snow there. Active skies hold on in the south as well as in the north, where we get another storm system Thursday into Friday and then again Sunday into Monday. So this is going to be a very big system that kicks off a series of storms. But this first one coming through this time tomorrow night, it's going to be sloppy in parts of the state, and it's going to start and it's not going to end until late Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you've been warned.
We have been. Very thorough warning. We know better. All right. Thank you so much, Alana. We appreciate it.